All right. I think we're back up in live. I gotta fix a few things. There is for anybody that doesn't know, I started up a stream earlier, um, but we disconnected. There is a crazy thunderstorm going on in New Jersey right here. Damn, T. Higgins went. Um, and it has thrown everything off. Do we take a naked Josh Allen? Um, man. Give me Brees Hall. All right. So let's get this fixed real quick. I'm gonna put my face on the screen. For anyone that doesn't know, we got disconnected. What I will say is, if we get disconnected again, then that's probably gonna be it, and I'll just chalk it. But for right now, we're gonna try again here. I'm just updating the thumbnail and everything, and we'll see if weather lets us. It's very annoying, but we'll see. I hope everything is good. Just let me know if anything disconnects. I think we're going to be alright. I don't know. I really do not know. We got Tesla in here. We got Chris Diaz in here. The absolute man, the myth, the legend. Emmett. Alright, so we got the thumbnail updated. Let's just do a couple nonsense tags here. And then we'll be good to go. All right, I think we should be good. Like I said, if it disconnects again, we'll just call it because it just wouldn't be salvageable at that point. But here's what I did while we were struggling. So disconnected to the internet. Still have that same comment up on the screen. But we went Cooper Kupp, Tony Pollard, Brees Hall. I was debating going Andrews. I was debating going Allen. I was debating going Debo. This guy who got Allen to fall all the way to his 8 spot Diggs stack is pretty crazy, but that's pretty much all you guys missed. I was hoping for Higgins instead of Brees. He didn't get there. Like I said, I was debating Andrews. Is there anything else that really stands out here? I'm going to say no. Not really. Did end up going Kupp at 5, though, which is nice. But how are we doing? Is the stream, is it good now? Like, I feel you guys can probably hear me back like we never left. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Jacob in here. What's going on, my boy? But yeah, weather is just absolutely brutal outside right now. We'll see. I think it'll let me finish. It looks like it's sort of calmed down, but I don't want to speak too quickly here and get absolutely humbled by the weather. But what were we talking? Where did we leave off, fellas? What were we on about? I have to be honest, I don't recall. I think I was just sort of talking through the first 5 picks, and we got disconnected here. For anybody that's watching this stream back, right, assuming that this stream actually makes it through to the end of the draft, we're doing an underdog fantasy draft. Promo code Ron if you're new. As you guys can see, boom, right here. We got Danny the Ladster in here. What's going on, my boy? What's going on, Danny? You said Kupp over Tyreek. I'm not going to lie with you, Pim. I got auto-picked Cooper Kupp while the Wi-Fi cut out, but I probably would have gone Kupp either way. Just less of a threat from the wide receiver too. Now Tyreek Hill obviously is going to get his. It's just not going to be as it's not as it's not as ironclad to me as Cooper Kupp. But it's fair to speculate. We're going to go DJ Moore here. I don't really like the DJ Moore pick, but just kind of structurally needed a wide receiver there. What else we got? Feel free to ask any questions. If you got any dynasty questions. Wow, we got a nice little boy. Everything's decent. Can you explain Warp and how to use it to help your team? It's wins over replacement, and it's kind of a way of measuring how each position is sort of impacting your team's chance of winning. So it's a way of kind of putting like tight end, quarterback, wide receiver, running back all in the same playing fields and kind of getting a feel for like positional advantages and stuff. It's pretty good from a macro level, but I think it can kind of be over-applied in some contexts because at the end of the day, wins over replacement from like a very micro level, you're sort of like overfitting last year's results into wins over replacement. So you can look at like last year's results of wins over replacement, but draft cost, year-over-year projections are pretty spotty. So I think some people are overconfident in the wins over replacement projection. Like, what's popular right now is like the wins over replacement of like running backs in the Scott Fish Bowl. And I'll be honest, like Scott Fish Bowl, it's a charity league, so I'm not going to try and, be a rocket scientist and reinvent the wheel for a league that's so like massive. But I think there's some people out there that think they sort of have it solved because of the wins over replacement of last season. And it's like, yeah, that's good data, but you're assuming that every player you pick and the projection you have for them is like spotless. Like in a vacuum, a running back might have a higher wins over replacement than a wide receiver. But if we're better at projecting which wide receivers will actually end up being the high-end warp guys, whereas running back's a little bit more of a crapshoot, then it kind of evens the playing field, That's just like one of the flaws of it. I think it's good, and I think macro-wise it's really important because it tells you like the importance of like an elite tight end or an elite quarterback. But I think once we start over-applying it, and sort of, lack nuance there, I think it gets a little bit overblown. I think that was a decent way of explaining wins over replacement. I'm not sure. I think at the very core of it, it's like maybe like a baseball stat back in the day. I know that they had like wins above replacement, wins over replacement. Someone said there was a lag on the stream. You said you were talking about like in the 6-hole. Yeah, exactly. Or I like the 5-hole. If McCaffrey goes, just give me one of the elite wide receivers. What drafted this? This is a fast puppy on Underdog. We got All Right Coach in here. What's going on, my boy? What's going on? We got the Notorious Fantasy in here. What's going on, my boy? You see Ramondre versus Pollard extremely polarizing. What is your tiebreaker, if any? Probably Pollard for me. In a vacuum, a better offense. Better offense, probably a better player. But it's close. Ayuka reached over DJ Moore. To me, yes. Like, to me, I'm not really trying to, like a 5th round on Ayuk is even, like, a little bit steep. What do you think about D-Hop? I keep auto-clicking him in the 4th or 5th. I don't mind D-Hop. I liked him a lot more when it was like, man, maybe he's going to sign with the Chiefs or the Bills. But now that it's like he might be a Titan, I'm probably not taking him unless if it's in the 5th round. Like, I don't mind this cost right here. Like, if he made it to this Deontay Johnson pick, I would have taken him. But, like, I'm still taking DJ Moore over him. I'm probably still taking Ayuk. But I would say, like, mid-5th, I'm cool with Hopkins. Because, I mean, before that, he was going, like, almost like the top of this tier. Like, McLaurin, Mike Williams, like, just after Watson. So we'll see. Chris, you're saying we lagged a little bit? Man, we're hanging on by a thread. Notorious, let me know if it's raining hard by you. It's kind of starting to calm down by me, but Jersey's kind of going crazy right now with the weather. Huh. If Kittle makes it to us, we probably take him just for funsies. I'm going to actually chill on that and go Treylon Burks, I think. Yeah, let's go Treylon Burks. We're going to go Treylon Burks and kind of see what comes back to us. I have a couple ideas of what I want to do. Yeah, I got a couple ideas. Smash that Schmike button. Yes, sir. How early is too early to take Pollard? I think early 2nd is fine. You said Warp is also very... You said Warp is also very dependent on league settings, so you can't just plug it into all leagues and expect the exact same results. Yeah, exactly. It's like very league dependent. Like wins over replacement's a good concept. It's good to be aware of because you you do want to have the ability to quantify, you know, what does an elite tight end do for my team? But I think once you start stretching it out to like running back over wide receiver from rounds 1 through like 10, based on wins over replacement of the previous year, I think you're probably overfitting a little bit. Is JSN the truth? I have a hard time. I have a hard time saying. I think he's a very good prospect. I think that he's a very strong prospect. But I will say I don't watch film. I've heard, you know, from the film he looks amazing. But from what I look at in terms of the numbers, he doesn't look much different from like Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Rashad Bateman. Which like isn't a terrible thing. But I think some people would have you believe that he's like almost like Chase level as a prospect. I think he's very good. Same tier prospect as like Garrett Wilson and Drake London last year, but they were actually top 10 picks. But you could make the claim that JSN's a slot guy. Is that legendary wide receiver and RB video on the way soon? I need to like air. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like we're saving the gems for August right now. Just being honest, we're saving the gems for August. Legendary running back wide receiver video is probably coming out then. I have some other cool video ideas. Of course, like the 0 RB. Holy shit. I doubt you guys could hear that because my mic is so gas. my mic is so amazing that you probably can't hear that, but my God. I gotta be honest, my plan there was kind of dumb. We're just gonna hammer another wide receiver. My plan there was hope that like Pitts or Kittle made it back to me. Yeah, maybe I could have taken Pitts or Kittle there, but I'm not super mad about it. I will say, haven't really worried about. I'm gonna just start starring up some quarterbacks that I should probably be thinking about as stack options. So like Rodgers, I would say Dak is in that mix. So like Dak, Goff, Rodgers, Deshaun is on the board. Rams, Giants. Yeah, we have a lot of quarterback options here. I just want to make sure we're not forgetting any. Bears, Atlanta. Actually, we're chilling on Atlanta. Pitt. So Pickett. You got Geno, Tannehill, Howell. Just want to make sure we're being mindful of that. All right. What are you doing with Purdy and Howell if you own them right now? Holding on for dear life, probably. I think with those guys, they're gonna have to start a football game to really appreciate and value, or start a few football games if that makes sense. Like I want to see them play first before I do anything with them. The lag is fine, but it did a little jump, and I thought it was over, man. All right. Having a hard time having Waddle over T this year. Certainly not a round earlier. What are your thoughts? I kind of agree that Waddle shouldn't be too far ahead of T. Higgins. They're very similar in the fact that they're both going to be like high volume, high efficiency offenses, and they're behind like a very true alpha. I guess Waddle guys would probably tell you that he, like I think Waddle has a much better chance to outscore Tyreek Hill than T. Higgins does to Jamar Chase, but that might just be like, you know, 1% versus like 8%. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like percent chance. Those are obviously fake numbers, but you get what I'm saying. I think you have a good point though. I'm not drafting a ton of Waddle. I know Notorious probably going to gasp when I say that. Waddle's tough. Like all of those wide receiver twos in their own offense, I know it's very it's kind of dumb of me to say. I'm always fine betting on the wide receiver 2 in an offense, but to bet on the wide receiver 2 in an offense in the second round over a lot of really good running backs there, especially like Waddle you're taking here over Chubb a lot of the times, over Saquon. I can't take Waddle. I have a hard time taking Waddle over Chubb, Saquon, Taylor, and Pollard. But I'll have him over the rest of these wide receivers. I think it's close between him and Olave, to be real. But yeah, that's where my head is at right now on the current like wide receiver landscape, I guess. Said your house shook? Yeah, dude, my whole house is collapsing right now. You probably already talked about it, but how stoked are you for for Jets Hard Knocks, my boy? Dude, I hate to say it, man. Dude, like this is very like this is very nerdy and like pretty dumb of me, but I don't love it, man. I don't love it. Like I don't love the Jets already have their own documentary series that I actually love watching. Like they have a YouTube channel. I feel like some teams have this now, but they have a YouTube channel. They've been doing this thing in the offseason called Ascension, and then they do an offseason video series every year, like the past like few years called One Jets Drive, which has been amazing to watch. So it's like this is content I'm already getting, but now when you give it to HBO, it becomes mainstream. They're gonna like dramatize stuff and like overblow things, and I'm not stoked about like the drama it could create or like kind of like the headlines it might make. We're gonna go Deshaun here. We'll go Deshaun. And we'll just start up some Cleveland pass catchers to make sure we don't forget about that because we do need to get like an Njoku, Horford. Yeah, these are all good. All right, so Cleveland, and then we can worry about Jets bringbacks a little bit if we want to. Very funny that Michael Carter is valued this much higher over Izzy and Zonovan Knight. I really think Michael Carter is the most likely one to get cut out of the bunch, if I'm just being completely honest with you guys. Deshaun Watson, like I think that was like almost like 10 picks past his ADP. You guys said you heard it? Yeah. I'm telling you, it was loud, dude. Why Burks over Pittman? It's razor close for me. I just think Tannehill has a higher passer ceiling in 2023 than Pittman, if that makes sense. And Pittman's already kind of a known commodity a little bit. Like I feel like Treylon Burks like year 2 ceiling is pretty high. I think CeeDee Lamb is about JSN ceiling. Yeah, I think that's right. Man said Atlanta, then reconsidered. Yeah, dude. I was like, I was thinking about it. Finally got connected back in. All right, sweet. I'm just glad you guys can like hear me. It seems like the stream is going fine right now. I think it's more likely than that Waddle's a lot more explosive than T. Higgins. You think it's a lot more likely that he outscores Tyreek Hill? What would we put the percentages at? Like, if I'm being earnest, like, I'd probably put it at, like, 20% that Waddle outscores. Like, I guess the calculus would be, like, to me, it'd be, like, 20% Waddle outscores Tyreek, whereas T. Higgins outscoring Chase on a per-game basis is, like, 1%. So I kind of get that argument. Let's go Antonio Gibson. Why not? We already have like some Washington going on. Been loving pressing the button on Antonio Gibson. I think he's somebody that by like August he could be going in like this range. We'll see. You said Waddle over those RBs is wild. Yeah, and it's half PPR too. I just have a really hard time with it. Like if I check, I don't think my Waddle exposure is going to be high at all. So 135 drafts right now. Like we look, Waddle, yeah, 7.4%. So I'm taking him like a little bit. I'm just not a lot, you know. Damn it! Now I have to find the puppy again. What else we got in here? Feel free to ask me any questions. You got any redraft questions, dynasty questions, dynasty trades sitting in your inbox? What do we got? How's everybody doing? Matter of fact, where's everybody from? I think a lot of Olave's value is contingent on the idea that MT remains a ghost this season. It's not a terrible way of thinking. What else we got in here? You said you lost power for 5 minutes? Yeah, dude, I was close. I was close for a second. Completely agree. Wouldn't want my team on Hard Knocks. My buddy is interning at Jets training camp this summer, though. Going to be fun to try to find him in shots. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's sweet. I would love, dude. I would love. What am I trying to say, man? The hell am I trying to say, dude? Oh yeah, I would love to work. Like working for an NFL team is such a sweet experience. Everyone's saying Gibson is back. Yeah, I like dude. Gibson just has like the profile you're looking for. Like big, fast, can catch passes. This Washington offense, you can kind of bet on them to like rebound a little bit with like if you want to buy into Bieniemy and like an unknown at quarterback. And like the only running back impeding him is Brian Robinson, who I just don't think is any good. And even if he is, it looks like Antonio Gibson's probably going to have a third down role, right? Because McKissick is gone this year finally. Like everything's kind of lining up for Antonio Gibson, and it's like one of the cheapest prices we've ever had to pay for him. So that's why I'm a really big fan, I would say. He said 12-team Superflex start 10 PPR, tight end premium, Lamb or Gibbs and Judy. Probably Lamb, but it's really close. Another draft after this, maybe. 50 likes and we'll do another draft after this. I'm proclaiming it. 50 likes, and I will be doing another draft after this. But we need to get 50 likes by the end of round 18. So smash that like button. I'm on my Mr. Beast shit today. What's that? MA? Massachusetts? How you feel about All right, I already answered that. I don't know why I read things twice. Philly, DC. We got Philly heads in here. Ron, were you in Motown last weekend? I was in Motown last weekend. I literally was in Motown last weekend. What's it to you, Emmett? I'm yet to be recognized in public, man. If any of you guys are out here in the New Jersey area and you see me at Morristown, let me know about it, man. I'm very tall. Like it's not hard to see me. All right, let's see. If this guy, I was gonna say, man, if this guy lets us get Richardson here, like we're literally running to the bank, but we'll take Njoku, stack him to Deshaun Watson. I think that's a fine play. Emmett, you see me somewhere? I only went to one bar in Morristown last weekend. It was my first time in Morristown in like a couple months too. Wow, we got somebody in Montreal. Can't be good for 240 passing yards a game. I got Olave getting 80 yards per game. Oh, you're saying Carr is good for 240. We got Brian French out in Cali, Sean in Florida. Said you can't stop drafting Knox late. Oh, yeah, dude. Knox late in a best ball is just beautiful, man. Yeah, I agree. I think Bieniemy uses him as well. You said that was compelling, though. I'm back in. You said, how tall are you, Ron? I'm 6'3". You were driving by the green and you saw me, dude? Holy shit. I'm telling you, man. If any of you guys see me in the greater New Jersey area, let me know. You're from Parkland? Yeah, everybody leave a like on the stream. We're at 32 right now, yeah, so 50 is going to be pretty easy to get. That's crazy that you saw me, dude. But yeah, that was me. I'm out in these streets, bro. Jersey till I die, bro. Jersey till I die. I am New Jersey. I'm literally Tony Soprano, dude. Joking, of course. Rams, Giants, Saints. I hate everything on the board right here. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. Let's go Rondale Moore, dude. I'm kind of coming around to Rondale Moore. I don't think that he is a terrible pick by any means. But yeah, 6'3" on a good day. You said, what bar you go to? We ended up going to we went to Horseshoe to watch the fight. It was the Volkanovski fight. They played on like the big screen or whatever, so we went there to watch it. It was sweet. Can you service the audio viewers? Me? I'm watching something. Let's see. Can I service you guys? But yeah, we went Cup, Pollard, Breece Hall. So that's honestly something I've been loving doing. Cup, like Pollard, Breece Hall, where it's like wide receiver, running back. So it's double hero or B build, but because like running backs are pushed so far back this year, you can sneak in an elite wide receiver in the first round. So Kupp, Pollard, Breece Hall, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Treylon Burks, Jahan Dotson, just a lot of pissing. Deshaun Watson, Antonio Gibson, David Njoku to stack to Deshaun Watson, and then Rondale Moore. You saw Kyler said his goal is to be out there by week 1. I think he's capping, but still, that's so early. Yeah, I don't really believe him, but I think he's going to play a lot earlier than maybe I thought earlier. Never had the makings of a varsity athlete. This is true. I lived in New Jersey for 10 years before I moved back to Florida. It's funny. Florida, New Jersey is one of those things that's like very connected for some reason. Like my mom lived in Florida for a few years, and like her family's from Florida. And growing up, we used to always go on vacations to Disney World. Like there's something about Jersey to Florida. Yeah, exactly. So many people move between Jersey and Florida, or like grew up in Florida and then or grew up in New Jersey and then retired in Florida. But yeah, my mom loved Florida. I think there's a very good chance. That she probably would have bought a house there if it wasn't for like having kids type shit. Most of my family from Jersey moved to Florida. Yeah, exactly. It's why I can't be too mad at you, Notorious, for being a Miami fan. I can't be too mad at you, but this guy Notorious has two New Jersey, New York teams to pick from. That boy Ron, what's up, Gerald? Do a Mastiff next. We have a slow Mastiff going on right now that I'll make a video on in a couple weeks when it's finished. Don't think you could live in NJ too cold. It's not that cold. This recent winter wasn't bad at all. But I mean, you can maybe it's a global warming thing. I don't really know. What was I gonna say though? I'll probably live in Jersey for my whole life. I might do stints elsewhere, but like central/northern Jersey is probably just where I end up. I like you guys love to or people love to just shit on Jersey. Like don't get me wrong, like Newark is a shit show. Like there's certain parts of Jersey that are a shit show. Like, you know, there's like rundown parts of the shore too, but there's also really beautiful parts of Jersey, man. Like, you got everything. You got like really cool hiking spots and like foresty locations up in the northern part. Southern part, it's a little bit more open. You got the like beautiful shores. The wildlife is beautiful. There's like bears and birds. You can see actual wildlife, and then you have like the shore, which is honestly a lot more beautiful than people might think. Of course, like you have like kind of the shitty like seaside rundown sections, but really beautiful parts, and like, you know, Cape May and trying to think of the other ones that are like really nice. Then you're also like, you know, you can be 40 minutes from the city, 40 minutes from the beach, have an actual like backyard with wildlife and land. I sound like such a boomer right now, but I don't really care. Let's go Mingo. I've been taking a little bit of Mingo, because that opens us up for a Bryce Young stack if we want it. He's entirely too cheap in my eyes. All right, let's get back to the draft board. You've been a Dolphins fan since I was a kid, so I am far from a bandwagon. Yeah, I'm not calling you a bandwagon. I'm not calling you a bandwagon because it's not like the Dolphins have been great. It's got to support the home team, my boy. Yeah, I'm just kidding though. There's a lot of Dolphins fans in Jersey. You'd be surprised. Yeah, exactly. People watch the Jersey Shore and think that's like literally just like a very small subsection of the shore that like a lot of us kind of scoff at, if I'm being honest with you guys. Wildwood is great. I love Wildwood. Watch the tram card, please, of course. Thing about Wildwood is it's a fucking hike, man. It's like the most southern part of Jersey, so it's like 3 hours from where I'm at. You said explore the world, brother? I'll definitely do some exploring, but my forever home is probably Jersey. The Waves in Jersey, you'd be surprised, man. Yeah, having seasons. I agree. Nick, your dad is a Jets fan and you're not a Jets fan, dude. How could you're like my brother, dude? My brother, like my entire house lives and dies by the Jets. My entire family, like, lives and dies, breathes Jets football. And my little brother's like, nah, I'm a Vikings fan. So whack, bro. Like, you guys know, like, I irrationally get mad at that. Like, I couldn't physically imagine. At least, Nick, at least you're a Devils fan. I couldn't physically imagine being from New Jersey and like choosing the not New Jersey team. Like, we have one New Jersey team. We have one left. And people are like, "Nah, I'll just be a Rangers fan." Imagine. Yeah, exactly. Wildwood's one of those things where it's like, man, it's a trek to get there, but like it is beautiful. You grew up in Vinland, New Jersey. Weirdly, I don't know where Vinland, New Jersey is. Your family has had Dolphin season tickets from the first year. Are you saying like the first year that they started? Like the first year that they ever played football? You said this Chris guy signed me 4 times in the draft. Devils, Mets, Nets, and Dolphins fan. God damn it, Nick. That's fine. Fine. I'll let you have that. I'll let you have that, man. So Jack Hughes gonna make some fans over the years. Yeah, my buddy is like a massive Devils fan, and he's just taken me to so many games over the years. Like I'll be honest, like admittedly, I didn't watch hockey until probably until like Nico Ishier's like first year. So they were still like really bad, but just going to the games was super fun. Like I think like Newark is super shitty, and I'm curious what you think, Notorious, but like Newark is shitty, but Prudential I like Prudential. Like Prudential's not a terrible arena. And I think that the guys who actually go to Prudential for their sports teams, like for Seton Hall and the Devils, like they really ride for their team. You know what I mean? Like it's a pretty passionate like fan base, I guess I would say. People really care. What are you saying? Ain't no way. I agree, man. And me and my buddy, dude, like dude, like we splashed out. We got floor seats at Game 7, Rangers versus Devils. Still my favorite sports team I've ever been to. But we also had one game during the season where we had seats on the lower level, and we saw like there were like 2 seats like right up on the glass that weren't taken, and nobody sat on them after the first period, so we just like snuck up and just acted like those were our seats. But yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like there's a nice little bar scene right outside Prudential. I agree. Right around the Rock, it's not terrible, but like, man, Newark, driving in, it's like, holy hell, man. Like this is not what dreams are made of, dude. Fuck the Jets, dude. I'm gonna ban you. I'll ban you right now. Lights out. I'm just kidding. Wow, you had a friend at a home Panthers game in the Stanley Cup. That's sweet, man. Said Vinland is 45 minutes away from Philly. That's a little bit more Delco. Wawa's down there. Sound like an idiot. Yeah, parking in Newark is not fun. But what else we got? I feel like I should be talking about football with you guys, but I don't really have any strong takes in the 14th round right now. We're building this team out. We got to get 3 quarterbacks here. Probably have to go 3 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends. So I need to actually kind of get on my P's and Q's here for a second. So we need 3 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks. Can we go 3-6-7-3? I think that might be too much. It is. So it's going to have to be a 3-5-7-3, I think. I'm looking up the roster construction chart that I like looking at. Yeah, so we're going to go 3-5-7-3. That's what we're going to go with. So no more wide receivers. 3-5-7-3. Okay, I think we can make that work. Let's just make sure one more time. It's like Jets. We did Washington. We did Pitt. Did Rams, Chicago, Pitt, Tennessee. Washington Cardinals? No. Young. Okay. So we have kind of a framework of what we're trying to do here. So at least we have a pass catcher to Deshaun. We have Pickett. Could go Taysom Hill. But I kind of want to keep tight end open in case we need like a desperation stack. No, if Taysom Hill gets here, we're taking him, to be honest with you. We're taking Pickett. Thought better of it. All right, what else we got? Is it parking in Newark as a hoe? I guess so. Am I crazy for taking Ramondre Stevenson over Pollard in my redraft league? You're not crazy. I'd probably prefer Pollard though, personally. He said college football got to be the best in-person game environment. I will say, as a Jersey boy, like all we have is Rutgers football, so I haven't really been to like a great college football environment. And, like I've never been to like a Penn State game or something. Would love to go to like one of those Penn State whiteouts though. Said Ohio State college game was insane last year. Logan Thomas or Zach Ertz round 18. That's what we're looking at. You said Argentinian and Eastern European soccer has the most ridiculous environment. Yeah, that is very true. What else we got? We're at 38 likes, fellas. 50 likes and we'll be doing another draft tonight. Get us to 50 likes and we'll do one more draft tonight. If you guys want to see another one. If you don't, maybe don't leave a like. And I'll walk out of here. No harm, no foul. And somebody's hitting us with the Ramondre's a top 5 running back in PPR this year, huh? Should wait until the World Cup comes to Miami. Yeah, when the World Cup comes to the States, that's going to be sweet, man. That's very exciting. I think they might even be doing one at MetLife, like a game at MetLife. Maybe I'll have to go out and see. I'll say, though, MetLife is garbage. Like, MetLife is consistently, like, the worst-rated, like, football stadium in America. It's really not good. I'm not gonna lie with you guys though. I might have to go take a dump before this next draft. I'm not even gonna lie. All right. Tell me. Okay. Please don't take Bryce Young, my boy. All right, perfect. All right, so we'll take Bryce Young. We're all good at quarterback. All of our quarterbacks are now stacked. We can kind of start to think through. So like Cleveland, we already have like Cleveland Jets going. Pittsburgh, Seattle is an option. So we could get Fant. Pittsburgh, Seattle, Cleveland, Jets. Could go Conklin. Conklin already starred. Carolina versus the Jaguars. Oh yeah, give me Hayden Hurst startup. All right. I think that we're kind of in a good spot here. I kind of like the way this team is shaping up. I'm not going to lie. You said World Cup in U.S. is a blessing in disguise for the NFL. You said you're going to the Jets-Dolphins game there? I might as well, Nick. I might have to dap you up in person real quick. I'm not sure yet, though. I got to kind of figure that out. That's the Black Friday game, though, right? Black Friday's kind of the perfect day for, I don't know, it's kind of inside baseball, but for content creators, because it's not like, you know, like Sunday at 1 p.m. is a tough game to make when a lot of us are doing like last second rankings or like a stream and setting lineups, but a random Friday in November or late November, that's doable. I haven't talked about it with my family yet, but I would love to take my family out to that. Like I said, like my mom's a huge Jets fan, dude. It's so funny too. It's so funny too because she doesn't understand how the contracts work. So, like we signed Quentin Williams. She's like so excited about it. She's like, we got to get Sauce locked up next. Like we can't lose Sauce. I'm like, Mom, like he's a rookie. Like we literally don't have to worry about extending him for like another like 2 years at minimum. She's like, oh okay, thank God. Yeah, Black Friday game. I think it's weird. I think it starts at like 2 p.m. or something like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, exactly. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna be looking long and hard at that game, seeing if I can make it out. You said thoughts on Team 8, Vinny. Diggs, Saquon, Josh Allen is a sweet start. McLaurin, Jones. I don't think I would have taken my 3 tight ends so high, but I think I'm kind of nitpicking there. Like I'd say this is a pretty sweet squad. Yeah, I like it. I mean, you got Buffalo stack, you got a Green Bay stack. Yeah, I maybe wouldn't have taken all 3 tight ends that early. I know it's like round 14, 12, and 11, so it's like that's not even early Ron, but it's like the tight ends there versus tight ends you can get like 16 through 17, like they're pretty much the same. Am I scared? The Jets are the Broncos of this season. Yes, that's very much on my mind. That they don't live up to expectations. Slightly worried. I'd give like a 15% chance that this ends really poorly. Like the Broncos last year. We'll see. What else we got in here, though, fellas? All right, we hit 50 likes. We'll do another draft. Okay. I see you guys. All right, let's see. So we have 3 more picks. Sean Pickett, Young. We need one more running back as well. Cleveland Jets, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Carolina, Jaguars. Might just be uncorrelated, this last running back. I'm just not seeing anything that really makes all that much sense. Spears, no. New England, KC. All right, I would really like Hayden Hurst here. Please. Please let me get him. Especially with Hard Knocks. Yeah, there's just like so much pressure. I don't know. The Rex Ryan Hard Knocks was iconic, and I loved it. And I'm excited to see the guys on Hard Knocks, but they are really under a lightning, I don't know why I was about to say lightning, but they're really under a microscope. Any 18th rounders you think are going overlooked? I think Greg Dortch is one of them. I'd say Greg Dortch is one of the guys getting overlooked in the 8th round. But it's tough because I read a... Hayden Winks had a good article on uniqueness. And he pretty much pointed out that like once you get to like the 210 plus area, you're just talking about guys with like pretty poor projections. So it's like almost like once you get to a certain point, they're almost not even worth drafting for the sake of uniqueness, because there's guys still like the pick 200s that aren't getting drafted, like early 200s that aren't getting drafted in every league, you know. But I do like Claypool. I like Josh Palmer as a stack. I like Noah Fant as a stack. I like Corey Davis. I like Josh Reynolds for Detroit if I have Goff and need something late. McBride, I think, is kind of fun. Justin Ross in Kansas City stacks. Tillman, Greg Dortch and their team stacks. Matt Collins is kind of interesting. And that is probably where it ends. Juwan Jennings and San Fran stats, I think, is viable, or stacks is viable, but not crazy about it. I think Laviska Shenault is kind of interesting, where it makes sense. Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can link the article. Like, hopefully I'm not misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure that was the sentiment that that Hayden had in that article, and I thought it checked out. Looking at like Fant. Man, someone took Clyde? Oh, no, we're taking Clyde. We're taking an uncorrelated Clyde. I can't stop. Won't stop. I don't care. Give me Clyde. All right, then I would like to get Noah Fant here. All right, let me see if I can actually find that Hayden article. Like, we're in the 17th round. Like, you guys don't really need to see what's going on. We'll look at the team once we get back around. Like, don't worry, but just want to make sure I'm finding this Hayden article all right. Or that I'm remembering it correctly. Underdog Network, and then I'll just put a link of it in the chat. You said you like Samir, just in case Josh Jacobs sits out. I like that call. So Hayden. When to draft. Damn. What was the article? What was the article that I remember looking at? I actually know what it is. Okay. Uniqueness in best ball tournaments. Boom. And he basically says it. It's pretty much like the first. It's like the first like paragraph. Let's go back to the screen, and I'll show it a little bit. I'll show it after this draft and kind of read through it. We got Brock in here. What's going on, my boy? You said also sup. Just got off work. Chill with the haircut. My girl's on this app. Look, man. If your girl's not 40 plus in the age department, you don't gotta worry, my boy. I'm just goofing. Come on, man. I'm just goofing, dude. You guys know me. I'm just messing around, dude. Yo, Rana Milfunder? Dude, OGs of the channel know. Dude, OGs of the channel know I used to be a freaking idiot, man. I used to be an idiot. Like, there's a couple videos, dude, if you go back and find them, like... I used to be such like a... It's just so cringe on camera. But I used to say something on the lines of, like... I'm Ron, a.k.a. Fantasy Fuckboy, a.k.a. like Lisa Ann's Pool Boy. I used to say, like, a.k.a. Lisa Ann's Pool Boy. But that would be hilarious. I know, dude, people don't know this, but, like, Lisa Ann, the porn star, I think that she got into fantasy football for, like, a split second. I don't think that she's really into it anymore. But what I would do to have her on the channel and draft a underdog team with her, I'd give the world. Noah Fant is still available. We can get Trey McBride pretty far past his ADP right here. Give me Noah Fant, man. Give me Noah Fant. Need it. All right. So here's the team. Let's take a look at it real quick. You guys can see it in like the bottom right here. We went 3-5-7-3, which is like a pretty standard build. Deshaun, Kenny Pickett, Bryce Young, Pollard, Breece Hall, Gibson, Warren, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So kind of like a double hero RB going on there. No, I don't care that Breece and Pollard both have Week 7 buys. Kupp, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is stacked, I believe. Njoku is stacked. Hayden Hurst is stacked. We got a lot of things going on here. We got Noah Fant, Mingo, Jahan Dotson, Rondale Moore. It's just a very standard team. 3-5-7-3. Nothing too crazy. Let's hop into one more. It's Friday night. If you're in here, I appreciate you hanging out in the stream. Leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Use promo code RON if you are new on Underdog Fantasy. We have a link in the live chat description. All of that good stuff. All you have to do, sign up there. Use promo code RON. And you can hop in these best ball streets where all you have to do, draft a team. There's no waivers. There's no trades. $5 under, $75,000 to first place. Beginner-friendly tournament. The puppy is here. It's going to be full very soon. Like, this thing just opened. It's already 28.3% full. My guess is this thing does not make it past, like, Wednesday. So, with all that being said, boom. Wow, one spot. Oh, all right. I hope that any of you guys made it. I really don't know. My guess would be none of you guys made it, unless if any of you guys are like wizards with the timing. Hey, we got 4th overall. That's perfect. That's perfect. Said, yo, Ron and Milf Hunter. Yeah, it's kind of been a joke. Like, I gotta be like, it's kind of been a joke with me all my life. Like all I have to say is that if I was at a bar and a very attractive 40-plus-year-old lady approached me, I wouldn't say no. Let's just leave it at that. You see Jimmy Butler dating Shakira? I have not seen that. He said my boy Ron said Cougs come through, bro. Get at me. You know where to find me. Your sister's favorite fantasy analyst, yeah. I think I used to say your mom's favorite fantasy analyst. My first ever video I ever saw was your 2021 reflection because I saw JT in the thumbnail. Kevin Garnett once said anything is possible. Weekly draft. Look, it was a little cringe, but also funny, so it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Read the article. You were essentially right. Biggest point is that 204-ish upside is significantly better than 212 and still only get drafted 40% of the time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say, but Hayden put it much more intelligently. That like you're getting fairly unique in that like 204-ish range, to the point where you don't have to really go deeper than that because the projections are so bad. Now, of course, you can hit on a Cordarrelle Patterson if you really got a guy in mind, but it gets tough. Like I only am really picking in that range for correlation's sake, like that, like 206 plus. Give me Tyreek Hill here. Give me Tyreek. Miami, or no, we're not gonna star the stacks. We're going to, but said you never make it. Damn, hate to see it. And the 0 to 1% owned players suck. Yeah, exactly. Like there is, your Elijah Mitchells, your Cordarrelle Pattersons, but you have to, like, I don't know that it's worth throwing darts with the hopes to hit on one. It might be if you can hit a decent enough clip, but it's tough to have that foresight. What else we got? We got any weekend plans in here? I think next Friday we should have a guest. I don't want to announce who it is yet, but next Friday we should have a guest. Again, for anybody out here that is in this stream, first of all, like the stream. Second of all, we're going to be streaming every single week. I'm curious where you guys think a good place to put like my stream schedule would be, because I want you guys to know like ahead of time when I'm going to stream. But the plan is this summer to stream every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So I think that works. I will say though, this Friday time slot, I might make it earlier in the day. I'm not sure. Like when I'm actually curious to know. Like I'm still flexible on those times. I actually really like the Thursday 9:30 a.m. time slot, but I'm not in love with the Friday and Saturday time slot. So I'm curious on like Friday and Saturdays for streams. Like what is like the best time to you guys? Because like if it's too late, I feel like everybody just has plans on the weekends. You know, like I don't want like a 9 p.m. Eastern stream on a Friday. Like I feel like it's gonna do nothing. I might make it earlier on Friday, but if I did it like noon on Fridays, I feel like you guys would just be at work or something. So I'm not sure. Maybe 4? Could do 4 p.m. I'm not sure yet. Still trying to get the hang of like optimal times to start my streams because I don't know yet. You said those late picks are for structure 4, but yeah, definitely structure. But yeah, let me know. When do you guys think is like the most optimal time to stream on Friday and Saturdays? Because I'm still open to changing those time slots, but I don't really know what I would change them to. Anything weird happen in this draft? Devontae at 10 you don't see very often. Devontae at 10 over Bijan and CeeDee Lamb. Wow, somebody took CeeDee Lamb and Pollard at the turn. Someone's trying to get a little bit unique. A little bit of correlation there, which is interesting. Early day or late at night? We'll definitely do some late night streams in August. Because I like the late night streams too. But it's tough because I don't want to do them. Like I could do late night streams on Thursday nights. That doesn't feel great. I don't know. Like I just don't know what time slot for late nights would be good. Chris, when would you prefer? Like I would like on a Friday because I know some people have work. But I could do like 4. Next week, the guest I'm having on, though, wants to do it a little bit later, which is fine. But then after that, I want to make them a little bit earlier. I feel like 12 p.m. on Saturday is probably a fine time, but I don't know. I don't know. It's something that I'm just going to have to feel out and get comfortable with the time slots. Just because I want to optimize for as many of you guys to be in here as possible. Man, if this guy doesn't take Waddle, okay, thank God. I'm rarely taking Olave here, but let's take Olave here. I think it's close with him and Saquon. I have a lot of Saquon. Are we concerned about the Saquon holdout stuff? I'm not sure if I am just yet. I'm not sure that I'm concerned just yet. Like I think it's a possibility, but I would still kind of be shocked. I forget that a lot of people work half days on Fridays. The question is, what would be a good time for me on Fridays then? If it's earlier in the day. Could do like 4 p.m. Could do like 4 p.m. Could do like 1 p.m., like a lunch show. Trying to think. It's like Friday what my usual routine is as well. I like to have time to get work done beforehand. Maybe 1:30. I don't know. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with these streams. But I just want to have actual time slots so it's not just me spontaneously hopping on stream and nobody's really ready for it. Wow, so I am now on the clock. And we're going Derrick Henry, man. And we're going Derrick Henry. Do I want to go Derrick Henry? No. But third round Derrick Henry, given his playoff schedule, given the fact we took 2 wide receivers up top, Derrick Henry it is, man. I'm drafting Derrick Henry. I really am. I hate to say it, his projection's really not the projection's really not too far off. What am I trying to say? Like, Derrick Henry's production really isn't too far off what it was last year, and he's going a full 2 rounds cheaper. Like, I hate that you guys have made me have to take Derrick Henry. What does this world come to, man? So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure out when I want to make these streams on Fridays and Saturdays. You said if Henry is healthy for 17 games, which is risky for his age, he will pay off. Yeah. I just wish that he was going earlier, man. It like in half PPR. I don't know. Like, I prefer Breece in a vacuum, but like Breece could get cheaper. I think Jacobs and Henry are like similar bets. I don't know, man. You said you said Henry might be the only back to get 300 carries this season. Could be. High T Ron, dude. I've been taking more running backs recently. It's just crazy, dude. It's just crazy what these running back prices are on Underdog. I'm curious if it's still gonna rain out. What else we got? Let me know. What kind of plans we got this weekend? I'm trying to think through. Nothing's really interesting is happening in this draft. Damn. Another Josh Allen falling in the 3rd round to the Diggs guy. Hate to see that. I will say I was debating going out tonight, but it seems like it's going to rain. Seems like the rain's gonna stop though. I will say, like, I stay slacking on legs in the gym. Like, I'll hit them maybe like once every like 2 weeks. I'm trying to get it so I'm hitting them once a week here soon. But I hit him extremely hard on like Wednesday, dude, and I'm still like I'm walking around like an idiot, dude. Like I'm literally walking around like Lena the Plug right now. Like the way I'm walking, you would think my back got blown out, bro. But it's like it's similar to like, I don't know, like if you're new to the gym and you hit arms really hard and you hit biceps really hard, it starts hurting like when you have a straight arm versus like versus 90 degrees. That's what it is. Like the muscle behind my knee is super tight. So if I stand up, like I'm almost standing on my tippy toes. So if I put my heel down, it like is stretching that muscle so tight that it feels like I'm gonna fucking tear something. So yeah, that's just what I've been on recently. Boss. Dude. Yeah, a lot of AOs in the chat. Yo, let me chill. Dude, my fade is too clean. My fade is too clean for you guys to hit me with any shit, bro. Didn't pause once. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm walking around like I got my life rearranged, bro. I look like an idiot, dude. Like imagine me walking out and like I'm literally walking around like Forrest Gump, dude. Like I'm gonna go out to a bar tonight and be like hobbling around, and it's tough. Like it's the worst when I'm like sitting down for a while and then I stand up, dude. Like it's bad. All right, so Olave, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I'm just not taking DeAndre Hopkins here. This is just gonna have to be DJ Moore for me. If Fields comes on the way back, we'll take Fields. If not, no harm, no foul. Don't really care. You said it's probably your pup. I don't even know what that is, man, but I imagine it is. You said you're shooting a wedding in New Orleans. It's interesting. I could end up with a Baker's cyst in the back of that knee. Now you're scaring me, dude. I'd say it's the back of both knees right now. And, like, even right now in my chair, like, putting my foot and heel at, like, a 90-degree angle, like, just putting my toes up towards the sky, like, hurts. It's like pulling on the back of my calf. And it's been freaking like 2 days since this lift, dude. It's insane. I'm such an idiot. I knew I shouldn't have done as many sets as I did. But I was like... Thought I was that guy. Thought I could carry the boats, man. But some of us just aren't built to carry the freaking boats, dude. Some of us are just beta males meant to play fantasy football. Ron Saucy Mills with the sword walk is a funny idea, dude. If Hopkins makes it to us here, we'll take him. If Hopkins makes it to us here, we will take him. Nothing else I'm super excited to take here, though. I mean, like Herbert and then take Quentin Johnson on the way back. We could always do. All right, we'll take Hopkins. I'll take 504 Hopkins all day, man. Like I'm scared that he becomes a Titan, but he's to carry the boats, dude. If you're not carrying the boats in the logs, then what are you doing, man? Ice the crap out of that knee while you're sitting. Damn, I really should be icing up then, huh? Yeah, I am a young growing boy. Something you have to remember. That be yo gastro. You guys are killing me, bro. I've never taken an anatomy class in my life. What else we got in here? How do we feel about it? Like 5th round Hopkins? Said Hopkins will be solid in Tennessee. I gotta be honest, dude. If he goes to Tennessee, I think he's gonna kind of suck. But I don't know. Like it's kind of dumb to think this way, but so many wide receivers have like died in Tennessee. Robert Woods died in Tennessee. Julio Jones died in Tennessee. Randy Moss died in Tennessee. Andre Johnson died in Tennessee. Maybe. Like, I know that's kind of a dumb reason, but it's just tough, man. Like, I would really only be interested in Hopkins at his prices if he went to a good offense. Oh, yeah, you had a comment back there, Joseph. My bad. You said, could you make a video comparing ADPs on other formats like ESPN and stuff? I've done a lot of ESPN ones and noticed RBs go a lot earlier, and that tends to be the strat. Yeah. I probably will in August. I made a video last year that did well, where I was comparing ADP of Underdog to like Yahoo and ESPN, and I just outlined like what players are going too far, I guess. Titans Woods was the easiest fade in the world to me. Yeah, I wasn't drafting a ton of them. That was what we were talking about last year, is like that RB green zone, where a lot of those like boring wide receivers were going like round 7 through 9. And where I just wanted to hammer your like Ramondre Stevensons and Pollards and Clyde Edwards-Helaire's. Of course, had some misses in there though. Don't hate him on the Texans though. Yeah, Robert Woods 18th round's not terrible. But yeah, I'll definitely be making a video on that soon. Don't worry, we're gonna have some good videos coming out soon here. Just a matter of kind of like planning out when I like. It kind of sucks. Like I would love to just make the best videos all the time, but I also kind of have to be strategic, where the best videos should be at points in the season where they can really do well and breathe air, I guess, if that makes sense. You said Ridley's like 60th overall on ESPN. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I could definitely make a video where I'll compare ADPs on the platform and then kind of talk through what my strategy might be on that platform, considering the ADP differences. That's why I love Underdog. Shout out to Underdog. Use promo code Ron. Use promo code Ron. Link in the description, link in the live chat, link in the comments section. But you hop on Underdog and you get so used to all these values and stuff that you're like, oh, like you know where these players are going, and you see like Calvin Ridley is going, 312, and then you hop on Underdog and it's like, holy shit, like Calvin Ridley should not be available at the 5-6 turn, which is absolutely absurd. Let's go with Kyle Pitts. Let's take Kyle Pitts. Why not? People have been hating on my Kyle Pitts love recently. Yeah, ESPN is crazy. ESPN is very crazy. Who the fuck is in charge of that? Where's the tier break for Ayuk? Last wide receiver you take before him. To me, Ayuk is kind of the tier break. I think it's Ayuk and Hopkins, and then a tier break to like Kirk, Deontay, Marquise, Godwin, all of these guys. Yeah, the thing about the ESPN ADP is that it's ADP that is cumulative from like the first day of the offseason. So it's like all out of whack, and it's not like a good snapshot of like what right now even looks like, and the mocks are like auto drafted and stuff. Like it's just an awful algorithm ecosystem they have going on over there to kind of like figure out ADPs and stuff. Yeah, I don't mind that either. I don't mind getting your running backs out of the way early, and then if people are just going to be firing your way at dead zone RBs, you just take your wide receivers there. Do you like the Love Watson combo or the Goff Amon-Ra combo? In a vacuum, probably Goff Amon-Ra. I'd actually love to take Evans here if this guy lets me. If not, though, I have to kind of think about a backup plan here. Probably going to be Addison if not Evans. But Evans gives us a nice little Saints-Tampa Bay correlation. Just a matter of Jay Rizzle actually making a damn pick, and he goes Evans. All right, let's go Addison then. I'm coming around on Addison. He's like the only wide receiver in this cohort here. I mean, him and Quentin Johnson that are like on good offenses. Like Kadarius Toney is, but like Evans is on a shitty offense. Burks is on a shitty offense. Pittman, Godwin, like Marquise Brown, Deontay Johnson, all on pretty rough offenses. So Kelce on ESPN is also really nice value. He said you can literally get Ayuk, Kirk, JSN, Burks, etc. all like round 8+. That's interesting. I'd say I don't really think through stacks like this. Like it's really more so for me, not like what stacks am I targeting. It's just like I took this wide receiver, this quarterback. Like now I kind of have to correlate them, if that makes sense. Like I think both Watson, Cooper, and T-Law Ridley stacks are both like viable and good. Like I wouldn't say there's any stacks I don't like, if that makes sense. You said Lions late week schedule's looking good. My casual ass, I don't think that I could even really tell you. Huh. Let me see what you speak of here. Lions NFL schedule. I will say I'm very excited to get into these season-long managed leagues. Those high-stakes streams are always super, super fun with you guys. It's like I'm essentially like asking you guys for advice on the clock, going crazy. So the Lions play Dallas in the final week, Minnesota before that, Denver before that. I don't love the Denver pick, but I mean it is Denver at home. But in Minnesota and in Dallas, I mean, they get three dome games, 15 through 17. So it's actually pretty sweet. Any way you want to cut it, I guess. Lions have some primetime games this year too, huh? You got the Thursday night opener, another Thursday night versus Green Bay. They have a Monday night versus Raiders. In Week 17, Saturday night football versus the Cowboys. It's interesting. Question of the day. Can you set up a bank account to Apple Pay? My debit card right now is MIA. So I'm waiting for a new one that's not going to come in for like a week. So I'm kind of screwed right now. Anything weird going on in the draft? Not really. What do we say? You said, the craziest thing for me is that ESPN has AJ Brown as a mid-second. That's actually sweet. That's honestly... He should be more like a 1-2 turn guy, whereas on Underdog, he's freaking the 7th overall pick sometimes. You said, do your high-stakes managed leagues have trades? No. They're just They're just waivers, and that's it pretty much. Which I honestly prefer. Like once you have that much money in the mix, like I don't really want trades. Like I have to be honest with you guys, like hot take. Seasonal trades are great for content, and it's dumb of me to say this, right? Like some of the best videos we like have on the channel are like those like must buy and sell trade targets, like week 2. And I like making those videos and they're fun. But in a perfect world, trades are probably best kept for just dynasty leagues. I guess in casual leagues it's fun just for like a little twist, but a lot of the times you get like really cheesy trades happening, and you kind of like invite like some toxic stuff into leagues that way. It should really just be, you draft your team, you make waivers, you set lineups, and you just win that way. Like I don't want to win a championship because I fleeced a guy who didn't really know what he was doing and took advantage of him. It's kind of gotten to the point where in my home league, because like I do this for a living and shit, like I don't trade with anybody. I don't want to be accused of taking advantage of anybody. Like I just want to win. I want to win on my own accord. Where I know some people like just love fleecing their homies in their home leagues. Let's go. I don't draft a lot of Javonte, but we'll go Javonte here. We kind of just need a running back. So I don't hate it. Which ADP is more accurate? It's tough to say. It's tough to say. That's why I've held off on doing. Like I've had a lot of questions. Like, where's your like hero RB video and your double hero RB video and everything like that? I'm kind of holding off for a split second here, because I want more data for managed leagues. Of course, we love Underdog, biggest channel sponsor, but we talk about them through a best ball lens. I kind of want to wait for like sleeper ADP to get a little bit better, or for like high stakes drafts to really ramp up. And then from there, you can kind of look through. What am I trying to say, man? You guys get what I'm saying. I want to wait for better ADP before I start giving out like strategy videos, just because it's so early. Like if you're not drafting your home league until end of August, like if I make a strategy video today, like it's not really going to help you. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong though. Like I'm open to being wrong about thinking that way, but it's kind of just how I feel, I guess. All right, we're going to go Richardson here. 9th round Richardson. Why not? Why not let it fly? You said, wasn't your FFPC that was really good live? I'm not sure. We did a bunch of NFFC, a bunch of FFPC. The only one that I won like really good money on was NFFC. I saw your last vid. You had Bijan 7th overall. Would you be fine taking him in ESPN that high? It would depend on where the wide receivers went. Like I would imagine 7th overall, you could still maybe get like Kupp or Tyreek or something. But if not, then probably Bijan. You said, yeah, you don't have a lot of AJ Brown. Yeah, me neither. You said redraft trades are what you're best at. I think that's fine. I just think it's like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had 2 fun home leagues I really liked in high school. One that was kind of my main one. One was kind of my side one with like buddies that I knew from like sports and stuff. But I ended up winning that league, and like because I was making content too, they just like they stopped playing with me. So it's gotten to a point now where I don't want my league mates to be like, I'm done playing in leagues with Ron because he just robs us all, and it's not fun anymore. You had a friend that just invited bums and fleeces them? Yeah, that's tough. I don't like the whole fleece thing in fantasy. Like just taking advantage of like of bad players, I think is a bad way to win. Did your home league is sharp? Yeah, my home league's getting a lot sharper too. What's the opinion on Zay Jones as a wide receiver 5, or do you prefer Jacoby Myers? Man, I don't really like either, but if I had to pick one, probably Zay Jones, just because he'll be in a better offense, higher ADOT too. Kind of a boring answer, but I would say Zay Jones in best ball, and in managed leagues I'll probably go with Jacoby Myers. You said, yeah, exactly. Redraft trades, like there's not a lot of layers to them. Like it's kind of dumb. Like a lot of them are lateral too, so it's just not great. At least in Dynasty, there's like a clear there's a clear goal, you know, there's a clear like objective that you're kind of solving, whether you're getting younger or you're getting draft capital. But when everybody has the same role, it gets whack. And then also, like, the reason I don't like keeper leagues either is because once you get, like, keeper leagues involved, man, and you're out of the playoffs and you just start, like, offloading your best players in the, you know, in the interest of just getting, like, getting able to keep, like, you know, some random player for next year, and then you can kind of just, like, give somebody a super team if they give you, like, a keeper that's kind of shitty. Like, it's just, it's bad. It's not great. Like I said, hot take, but redraft managed trades I think are kind of a lot. Is NFFC your recommendation for a high stakes league platform? It would be. NFFC would be my recommendation. I think it has the best platform or the best like structure of a tournament. FFPC is like very classic. I would say for a $350 price point, NFFC is the play. If you're going to go for like $2,000, which is like main event prices, then probably FFPC. But NFFC is the spot that I've had the best, what am I trying to say? The best ROI on is what I would say. And I like the structure the most. Seven, you might get Hill on ESPN. Yeah, exactly. You said your home league is straight tryhard. We have like 4 trades go down a week. You have to be trading to get the edge, and it's really fun. I like that. I think that's fair. I kind of got into a spot in my league where like everyone's been playing in this league for so long. We've done this league is probably like going on like 5-6 years strong at this point. Like everybody's fleeced everybody. Like everybody's gotten the best of everybody. Like nobody. Trades are pretty few and far between these days. Yeah, I might take Daniel Jones and just cut it off at 2 quarterbacks here. That might be what I end up doing here. I wouldn't be crazy about it, but I think I can get away with those 2 QBs. What do we think? You don't play keeper, me neither. One of my bigger fantasy football hot takes, man, is if you want to play keeper, just play dynasty. Like if you want the aspect of like having players carry over, just play dynasty. Like keeper, you're half-weighing it. You know what I mean? You said redraft trading is dope if people are sharp because you have to make trades work without using picks. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I think trades are fun in the right context, but like a majority of the time, like all it takes is one manager, you know, taking advantage of somebody or. So thoughts on Malik Cunningham? Don't really have any thoughts on him. Don't really have any thoughts on him, if I'm being honest with you. Fun scrambling quarterback out of Louisville is all I kind of really know on him. Did he end up... I couldn't even tell you what team Malik Cunningham ended up on. The first teams that come to mind, though, are Browns, Ravens... I don't know. Why am I blanking on Malik Cunningham? It's a Patriot. It's very interesting. But yeah, I think he probably never makes a meaningful impact ever in the NFL. That's what I would say. Maybe he steps in for a starter and he looks okay, but I kind of doubt it. You said, Chris, if we have a spot open at some point, I'll let you know in a stream. That's sweet. Anybody watch the Netflix quarterback show? No. I said in another stream. I'm waiting to watch it with my mom. Haven't had time, though. Been busy servicing you fools. Man, we're lacking a lot of correlation here. We are lacking correlation. We're going to go Myers here to get a bring back in the Colts Raiders game. I'm trying to think of what this team's going to end up with. We're going to definitely end up with, I think we'll go 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. I think this is going to be a 2-6-8-2. That's what we're gonna shoot for. 2682, I think. So what was I about to look up? Oh yeah, I wanted to see the optimal. I'm telling you guys, the optimal roster constructions tweet from Justin Herzig is like a must-have, like bookmarked on your phone or something. Not that you have to force the 4 best roster constructions over the last 3 years every time, but it's good to see what has worked, and kind of incorporate that. As you're kind of like nitpicking between like 2592 and like 2682 and whatever. You said keeper sucks. You did it 1 year and he just kept Michael Thomas. You had him in 2018, then again in 2019. He won the league again. Yeah, that's kind of just what happens. And then you can kind of make like weird rules where you have to draft him outside of a certain round. You have to like pay that round, but even then, trading gets really ugly with it. Is what I from past experience. And my home league used to be a keeper league, but we did away with it. Huh. You are talking right now on July 14th about Malik Cunningham potentially having wide receiver eligibility and being the next Taysom Hill. Chris, I kind of love you for that, man. I kind of love you for that, but I think you're kind of crazy for this one. Trading is something that is inherently points-based, unlike basketball, baseball. It's tricky because unless you're doing a trade for positional purposes, the person getting the better player just wins. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, waiver priority, you can do it with, you can, like, add Fab if you want. I saw you, DM me, Brock. I'm gonna put the, Herzig, tweet, in the comments real quick for you guys. That's the roster construction, tweet I've been talking about. But I'll take glances at, like, when I'm drafting teams, I'll glance at that and kind of see, you know, where's this team heading? Because I mean, like, you can go through like 10 rounds and be like, okay, this team probably end up being like a 2-6-8-2, maybe like a, you know, 2-6-7-3, and you can kind of, you know, feel out what you want to do there. Carolina, Chiefs, Minnesota, Chicago, Chargers, nothing. So let's go Algier. Actually, let's go Kendre Miller. We'll go Kendre Miller. And if Algier comes back to us, we'll think about it long and hard. All good, Brock. I feel like the best part about home leagues is knowing everybody, so I don't want to just be random. This is very true. That's my favorite part about my home league. Like, it's all my buddies from high school. And it's funny, dude. Like, you guys saw, like, last year I played in, like, 12 leagues, like, $350 buy-in for each league. This home league is like $25 buy-in, and I debatably care about it the most, just because it's like, you know, it's your buddies, you just want to beat them. Like that, like I would literally say, like, my home league, like, that's literally, like, if I'm looking at like matchups on like a Sunday night, it's the league I care about the most, even though monetarily, I have way higher upside in my high stakes leagues, but it is something I care about deeply. Best ball winner, Jacoby Myers. I love that. You say Chris is more tryhard than me, or Chris is more tryhard than me, and that's sick. Yeah, Chris is a sicko, and I love it. He said, "Got to get the edge in the Dynasty Taxi Squad." Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I absolutely love that, though, man. Malik Cunningham, tight end eligibility or wide receiver eligibility. I like the call. I don't think it happens, but I like the call. Could be a fun Tyler Huntley type guy, where if Mac Jones ever went down, I think it's pretty funny. One of like I think least talk about quarterbacks right now is Bailey Zappi, but Bailey Zappi is like, he looked good last year in his like couple of starts or whatever. Do we think Mac Jones is still the undisputed? Like he's going to get 17 games? I would assume yes still. But I think it's an interesting conversation where if Mac Jones like sucks and the team's like 2-6 through 8 weeks or like 3-6 through 9 weeks, do they give Bailey Zappi a chance? I lean yes if they start really bad, but I don't know. Anybody have any Bailey Zappi takes? You said your taxi squad is so heat right now. I care about my home league so much because my friends talk major shit to me, so they know I'm a tryhard. Yeah, exactly. Dude, think about dude. If I get last place in my home league, dude, like I'll never live it down. It's like, oh, dude, Ron, you do this for a living, bro. Like you're a fraud. You know what I mean? Like I get chirped endlessly because this is what I do. It's like oh, I beat Ron. I beat a professional. They come in here and a lot of them, like one of them will buy my rankings and like share the Google Doc to a couple other guys too. Like it's just the league might as well be conspiring against me, dude. They're literally colluding against me. So what's up, Ron? And redraft, Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones. I'll go Jones. Receiving upside, it's a little bit better there. But I think it is very close. If Mac Jones sucked, do they just go get Lance? It seems like no team is all that eager to go get Trey Lance. I can't wrap my head around it, really, but it just kind of seems like it is what it is. Said I could see them pulling the plug, but the offense's play calling was so garbage last year. Which is why I think it's kind of impressive that Bailey Zappi actually looked like decent in spurts, you know? That's kind of the beauty of fantasy football too. Is like I would call him like our league taco, but he is. I love him to death. This kid, he was in the original. Dude, that original draft party video is so funny to look back on, dude. Like, if any of you guys out here are like true OGs, we did I couldn't do it last year because I got COVID, sadly. But the year before that, we recorded the draft party. I'm hoping to do it this year. I'm telling you guys, it's in the works. I think there's a very good chance I end up recording my home league draft at either like a hotel ballroom or like a conference room that I end up renting out. But I think it would be really fun. I have a couple of my friends are just like true characters. So we'll see. But yeah, he lucked into getting like Antonio Brown and Todd Gurley the year that those were the two guys that like popped off. It was like Todd Gurley had like one down year. It was like his second year. So it was like going into his third year. He was like a second round pick. And my buddy picked Antonio Brown and then Todd Gurley in the second round and blew everybody out of the water. But he also doesn't know what the fuck he's doing either. You know what I mean? Like you could have last year. I mean, like, what would have really sunk your ship last year if you took him early? Who were like the very clear first round bust. But you know what I mean? Like, I draft. I mean, I end up with like 15 managed leagues. A couple of them are going to end up finishing in like the bottom 3 teams. You know what I mean? And that you know, just by chance, that could end up being your home league. You know, so it's kind of the beauty of fantasy football. But I don't really know what my point was there. You said great show with Jacob Sanderson. By the way, straight fire. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Jacob's the man, dude. Jacob is truly the man. Like, he's out there West Coast waking up at like 7 a.m. to stream with me. I gotta be honest, dude. Like, if somebody reached out and was like, "Hey, man, you gotta wake up at 7:30 a.m. To stream with me," like you'd have to pay me probably. Like, it's crazy, but he is the man, dude. He's the best. I think there's very few guys that think through football the way that he does. And I think it's funny because like he has a day job. Like, he's not really even all that interested in making fantasy football like a true career. It's really more of a side income for him. Let's go Jerome Ford here. But I think like if he really wanted to put the pedal to the metal and like just create football content, I swear he could do it full time if he wanted to. He's that good. But yeah, Jacob's the man. I'm glad that he's down to do those streams. I like picking his brain, just kind of figuring out the way he's thinking about things. He's also much smarter than me. He's out here. He's telling me he has like the bar exam in like 2 weeks. Like, dude, miss me with the bar, bro. You said the Lance stuff reminds you of Kellen Mond. I don't know. It's just like Trey Lance literally got drafted 3rd overall, man. You get drafted 3rd overall, like you're gonna get a shot somewhere. But that is it's a good comparison. It's a good comparison that what am I trying to say? It's a good comparison that like the coach prefers somebody else that's like kind of a bum. Yeah, you said the draft is in person. Yeah, that's the issue too. Like, like I'm not gonna lie, the one we filmed, dude, like, we definitely partook in some substances. Like, there was definitely drinks going around. There's definitely devil's lettuce going around. Like, I was not in. It's a tough environment, man. There's a lot of screaming. There's pressure. You know, you got to go up, make the pick. It's not just like me, like on my laptop, like clicking off things. I'm also have to make sure that everything's recording correctly. Make sure that we actually have like footage we can use. Let's go Isaiah Hodgins, perfect. So we end up getting that Daniel Jones stack that we needed. All right, so I have to actually start thinking through some like Week 17 stuff here. Let's go Colts. Jelani Woods would be a beautiful last round pick. Got to worry about like Raiders a little bit. Michael Mayer's another great one. Zamir White's a great one too. And then we have to worry about Giants and Rams. And then we should be good to go. Yes, I just literally start all of them, bro. I literally start all of them. Am I ever going to take Daniel Bellinger? Probably not, but I'm starting everything. Zach Evans, Kyren Williams, Sony Michel. Who's the ideal art? Like, if you guys were to take a handcuff on the Rams, like, who would you choose between Evans, Kyren Williams, and Sony Michel? I don't think I have an answer myself. Like, I don't feel strongly about any of them, to be real. Ron was crossed. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth, man. Took Kamara Swift last year. Yeah, that'll do it. Is Mon still in the NFL? The vibes of coaches not liking him from practice, yeah. Sanderson is sharp, yeah. Sanderson is the boy. Sanderson could have his own channel and do streams all the time, but I kind of like that he does his own thing, too. His Substack is great, too, man. Thinking about thinking. It's where I've been waiting for him to post rankings for like years. But yeah, now he has like rankings and a lot of cool stuff going on his Substack. Thinking about thinking. It's worth checking out. The way he's thinking about things. New Adam Schefter just dropped. What's Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon, who had $9.4 million in non-guaranteed base salary, agreed tonight to restructure his contract to remain in Cincinnati. Joe's goal is to win a Super Bowl and play his career in Cincinnati. Okay, so what does that really mean? What does that really mean? So I guess that means he's going to play for the Bengals this year. He's not going to get cut at the very least. Is like, because that was a concern that he could get cut. He's definitely not going to get cut. Could still get suspended though, so it's not like huge news. It is good news for him though. I'll say that. All right. So we're kind of thinking through. We need one more running back. We need one more running back, one more wide receiver, one more tight end. I don't really want another Giants receiver. Like, I don't really need a Hyatt or a Wandale. I'm good on both of those guys. Looking through here. Let's go Renfro. No. I don't really want to go Renfro. No, man, let's go Jeff Wilson. We get a little correlation there to Tyreek Hill. Like, I'm not in love with Jeff Wilson because of the risk of Dalvin Cook at this point, but I think right there he's fine. Are you worried at all? Are you worried at all about Michael Thomas while drafting Olave this year? I know most people wrote him off, but he was good while healthy last year, and if he unexpectedly stays healthy, he caps Olave off. Definitely a little bit worried about Michael Thomas. But there's kind of like sort of what it comes down to with Olave is I'm gonna write about it. I actually started writing a outline for some players that have been skyrocketing on my rankings. Olave is one of them, and it's not because we've gotten new information, but it's really just because like his year one stats were so elite, and he was a 12th overall pick in the first round of the NFL draft that late second round pick is probably fair price for him. And as much as like as a prospect, I didn't love him, and I felt like his upside was capped. I think that he kind of earned in year one the ability to show us that his upside is actually capped. Like there's a chance that he's just way better than Michael Thomas. And out targets him. Like, there's a chance that Michael Thomas limits his ceiling, but you can say the same thing with a lot of wide receivers in that range. You could say, of course, Jamar Chase caps T. Higgins' ceiling. You could say Tyreek caps Waddle. You could say Jamar Chase caps T. Higgins, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. You could say, you could even say JSN and Lockett with Metcalf. You could say, there's going to be another guy in every offense, and Michael Thomas probably doesn't deserve that much respect to the point where we're pushing Olave too far down in a range of a lot of wide receivers in crowded spots, if that makes sense. But does that make sense? That like I kind of feel like Olave at this point, I feel like he's earned the benefit of the doubt to kind of prove to me, he's learned the benefit of the doubt that he's probably not who I thought he was coming out of school. All right, we're going to go Darius Slayton and then hope for we got 2 outs on the way back that I like. Oh, what the hell? I draft a lot of Richardson. I love to stack him with Alec Pierce and Josh Downs. Yeah, I think stacking him with like I know you're saying Richardson is a run-first guy, but even run-first quarterbacks like Justin Fields last year, they still have correlated spike weeks with their pass catchers. I just wouldn't want more than like 1 or 2 absolute max, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's super viable. Like Pierce, Downs. I love Jelani Woods. Any of those guys, they all work. What's the worst Twitter take you've ever seen, Ron? Dude, everyone has some bad ones, man. I got a bad one myself, dude. I got a really bad one myself. But everyone has bad Twitter takes. Rashid is better than Olave. Come on, now. You said Mixon staying in Cincy. Yeah, he's staying in Cincy. It just comes down to if he gets suspended. It's really what it is. Like, now we know he's staying in Cincy and not getting cut, but we'll see. Oh, you're saying Rashid better than Olave is like one of the worst takes you've seen? Yeah, there's been some tough ones. Like the why would you draft Jamar Chase when you could draft Tyler Boyd? His rookie year was like one that somebody had. I know you asked, Ron, but have you seen a screenshot of like 60-70% Najee exposure? I have not. I'm not familiar with that screenshot, but I feel like Eagles and I think the guy's name is Davis Penga or like David Penga, something like that. I think they're both very high on Najee. 60-70% Najee is crazy. You called the JT pick a stupid luxury pick? Are you still high on Damon Harris as a flyer? Yeah, I love him. I love him this year. I just would be absolutely shocked if a team like the Bills pays Josh Allen all of this money. They crumbled down the stretch because he got an injury. Like in a random Week 7 game versus a bad opponent, I just can't. I can't believe that they're just going to keep ramming him between the tackles like he's a fullback. You know, like they swear he's Mike Tolbert. Does this affect how high you draft him? We talking about Olave here, or no, Mixon? You said Olave is in that insane group of 80+ PFF graded wide receivers as a rookie, yeah, and his yards per route run, targets per route run, like they're all elite. They're all elite. I have questions about the upside. I really do. I still think, like Tyler Lockett's like his highest range of outcomes where like he can flirt with like, back end wide receiver 1 production. But if his ADOT's going to be as high as it is, and he's going to be as efficient as he is and command as many targets as he does, he might really prove me wrong. Which again, I've moved him up because I think that I think that his year 1 stats are strong enough to earn a year to prove it. So I think you can make the case that his year 1 was better than CeeDee Lamb, who was going in like a similar range his rookie or his going into his second year. So yeah, I'm coming around on him. Like, I don't think it's a given that he smashes or anything, but I think definitively saying that he doesn't have that upside, which is what my take was coming out of school. Definitively saying he doesn't have that upside after seeing what he did in his first year, I think is probably being really arrogant and lacking humility. So I want to chill on that. Wow, we have a lot of Week 13 buys, but we're going to go... We're going to go Michael Mayer here. Actually, no. We're going to go Jelani Woods. I don't care. We'll take a 0 at tight end in Week 11. I don't care. Not a big deal to me. Wanted to get a little correlation with our guy, Anthony Richardson there. You said you love Eagles, but he's too much of an RB bro for me. Yeah, different strokes for different folks, I guess. I like the opposing viewpoint, but I agree. I probably wouldn't draft the way he does. Then the Bills clearly showed this offseason they want to be a more balanced offense, both between the run and the pass. Yeah, exactly. That's been their huge struggle recently, has been like teams just like sagging off, playing too high, and them ramming Devin Singletary between the tackles has gotten them in trouble. Because then they're down late, and they need Josh Allen to be Superman. Gets tough. Yep, these are all good points. Olave top 10 wide receiver this year? He might be. Do you guys want to see my worst take? Oh, damn, I'm exposing myself here. Exposing myself bad. My worst take ever on Twitter. I'll show you guys, but don't tell anybody. I really don't care, to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of joking around. It's really not good, though. This was back before we had the RS grading system. This was before I had the RS grading system. It's not a good take. This is it. This is it. I think maybe the single worst take that I've ever had on Twitter. June 17th, 2021, just so we're all on the same page. Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, and Terrace Marshall over Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's a bad one. Yeah, it's a bad one. Yeah, Brock predicted it. Is it your Bateman over Waddle and Smitty? Yes, sir. That's exactly what it was. My goodness, that's bad. That's really bad. But hey, we learn. That's why I made the RS grading system, which now would have Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith over those guys, or at least over Terrace Marshall, which I think is the most egregious one of the bunch. It's not good. It's not good, but hey. Who among us has batted 1,000 on Twitter? Has the one bookmark come back to haunt you over it yet? Not that I know of, but if he wants to, have at me. Have at me. I don't care. Any Zach Wilson takes out there? I definitely have some Zach Wilson takes. Yeah. I definitely have some ugly Zach Wilson takes that you could definitely pull on me if you wanted to. It's definitely not great. Ugh, this is not good. Oh, boy. I don't understand how you can see Zach Wilson torch the Titans D like this as huge underdogs and proclaim him the next Josh Rosen. The kid especially has only played 5 games. Relax. And buy in Dynasty. Oh, man. Dude, he made some crazy throws in this game, though, dude. Like, this is a crazy highlight reel, dude. Like, look, the tackle's, like, the center sitting in his lap on that throw, and he gets it out to the sideline. Like, that's a beauty. This one rolls out. Pretty much makes the pro day throw here. He's, like, waving Corey Davis to get down the field, and he hits him. Like, he looked, dude, I got to be honest, like, after this Titans game, I was convinced that Zach Wilson might have had something. But, man, was I wrong. Like, look at this. On the move. Dude, he chucks that thing. He put some good. I'm telling you, he put some throws on tape in this game, man. Like, say what you want about Zach Wilson, dude. Like, center in his lap on this throw. He put some things on tape in that game, but obviously, I mean, anybody can look like an absolute god in just one game. Now, enough of me looking at some bad takes. My goodness, the fade looks crazy. My goodness, the fade looks crazy. I might have to go back and stop by just to give another tip real quick. You said if he stays disciplined, he can be Geno in the next like 5-6 years. I don't hate it, man. There's like a small delusional part of me that thinks like there's a dumb delusional part of me that thinks like maybe Aaron Rodgers takes him under his wing. Rodgers plays for like 2-3 years, and then Zach Wilson gets another crack at the job. We'll see. We'll see, but I have to be honest. If it works out somewhere for Zach Wilson, or if Zach Wilson ever puts it together, it's probably not in a Jets uniform. Probably not in a Jets uniform, sadly. But I appreciate you guys coming out here. Again, that was an underdog draft. For anybody out here that's curious, we are getting serious about streaming this summer. We are streaming every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I will see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern for another underdog best ball draft. Today, we did an underdog best ball. We did the puppy, $5 to enter, $75,000 to first place. It's going to close very, very fast. It's already like 30% filled, and it literally opened like a day ago. This thing's not going to make it through like Wednesday, I would say. Like, I think it probably closes about like Tuesday night. So get in there quickly. Use promo code Ron. Use promo code Ron. I have the link in the description, the live chat, the comment section down below. Click it. Takes you to Underdog Fantasy. It uses promo code Ron. You hop in there. You draft Underdog best ball teams. It matches your first deposit up to $100. My promo code Ron. You can hop in, have some fun, hop in some best ball drafts. But I appreciate you guys coming out here, entertaining me for the last 2 hours. Had some rocky stuff. I mean, we'll keep the stream up and we'll see what happens. But the beginning's gonna be a little bit weird because we like the first 2 rounds, my internet cut out because of the storm over here. But we're doing better. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will see you guys in the next one.